Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to learn how to cut a dress jacket. So first off, we'll be marking 3 inches out for the lapel, after which we'll move over to imputing the rest of our measurements. So here we'll be making sure that I have 3 inches for the lapel. So I'll move over to the shoulder. I'll be dividing my shoulder by 2, and then the armhole length, I'll be dividing the round armhole by 2 also, and then the half length, which is 15 inches, and then the full length. We'll be adding hip length to this, but I did not add it right away. I will also come back to the hip length, but for now, and from the half length I move over to the full length, which is 35 inches plus 1 inches for the aiming, because I'll be using aiming gum to aim the down part, the full length. So we'll now divide the round bust by 2. We'll now divide the round bust by 4, and then we'll be adding 2 inches to it for the joining. So here, marking out the round bust divided by 4, like I said, plus 2 inches for joining. Do the same thing at the waist. We'll also be dividing the waist by 4 plus 2 inches for joining. Then here, marking out the hip length, we'll be making use of 24 inches for the hip length. Like I said before, or like I used to say in my previous videos, if the person is big, you make use of 25 inches for the hip length. If the person is not big, you make use of 24 inches. So for the neck line, we'll be making use of 1 inches for the neck depth at the back, and then 3 inches for the width. So here, first of all, I'm marking out the back, and then we'll mark the front separately because the front and the back will not have the same neck measurement. So having marked out the neckline, I'll also be marking out the length of the lapel. For this, I'll be making use of 7 inches, or I came down by 1 inches from the chest line. So like I said before, the front and the back won't be having the same neck depth. So I first of all marked 3 inches for the front neck depth, and then I came down by 1 inches from the chest line, and then I came out by 1.5 inches for the button. I'll be making use of 1 inches totally, but I marked out 1.5 inches because of the inseam allowance. So for the lapel, I wanted to make use of 3 inches for the lapel width, but I now decided to reduce it to 2.5 inches. Half inches will be for the joining, like I did for the button. The button will be 1 inches plus half inches for the joining, because I will be lining it. I will also make use of the material to lining the bottom part. So like I said before, I decided to make use of 2.5 inches instead of 3 inches that I marked out originally. So I came down by half inches for the shoulder slant, and then I made use of 1.5 inches for the armhole curve. And then I went in by half inches to give that armhole round a better curve. So having put most of the basic measurements, I will now go ahead to cut, which after will now mark out the front neck depth, or better still, cut out the front neck depth because I've already marked it out. So first off, I'll be cutting the back neck line first before I cut the front, because the back and the front won't have the same neckline. So for the front, like I said before, we'll be making use of 3 inches depth. So I remove the back so that I'll be able to cut the front. So here we are done with the cutting part. I will now move over to the machine to join the whole cutting that we made. So I'll be adding white to the tip of the front neckline because I want it to have a touch of white. So I've cut out the white. I'll now show you guys how to sew the white to the material. So this is how I'll be joining the white. First of all, I'll be joining the white, and then I'll use the material, the remaining part of the material, the remaining material to lining it. I don't want to use any other material because I want the white to be at the middle. So this is how you join it. You first of all you join the white or any other material that you wanted to add to it. So after joining it, you will now use that same material to lining it. So this is how I'll now lining it. I'll move over to the machine and then I'll line it, and then I'll come and show you guys how it is. So I've joined the lining, the same material that I make use of for the lining. I've joined it together with the white and the main jacket. So this is what we have. Thank you very much for watching. I'll now go over to weave it and then use hemming gum to